If you want to follow along with this section, go to the Discord or the Google Drive link for Choose Your Faction, and we can get started. So this is part 1, Fragmented Echoes, which is the main part of the story, and then I'll make another video for the Chromatic Cartographer, which is part 2. Fragmented Echoes, a world unraveling. Long ago, a great cataclysm, its true nature now lost in the whispers of time, tore at the very fabric of existence. It did not destroy the world of Aethelgard, but fractured its essence, leaving behind a subtle, pervasive imbalance. The once vibrant pale garden, a sanctuary of life and warmth at the world's heart, still bears the scars of this aftermath, clinging to a fragile recovery. Further afield, the ancient dark forest, once a bastion of shadowy tranquility, now groans under the creeping affliction, its majestic trees wither and die, their bark giving way to pale moss and an eerie, constant creaking that echoes the world's pain. In this fractured reality, the key to true power and understanding lies not in a single artifact, but in the scattered remnants of the time-space key. Unlike the complete mythical key that Liam, or Kale, seeks to master for grand rebalancing, these are mere fragments. Each piece holds a sliver of immense power, capable of subtly bending the very rules of existence, but only when truly understood and, perhaps, reassembled. These fragments are the whispers of forgotten knowledge, drawing different souls to their fractured truths, each believing their path is the one to salvation or supremacy. The ultimate goal remains, to breach boundaries between worlds, to unlock new realms, or to restore the old. Here's where I had a event in Discord. If you'd like to draw a card, you can. So let me go ahead and shuffle the deck, make sure there's no cards in there. And we will draw a card for luck. Because the purists are the guardians of a fading world. Born from the despair of the pale garden's blight and the unsettling decay of the dark forest, the purists believe in the sanctity of natural order above all else. They are the devout few who witnessed the world's unraveling firsthand and concluded that all attempts to manipulate or transcend nature lead only to further destruction. For them, the cataclysm was a divine judgment against hubris. Their purpose is clear: to preserve what remains, to mend the natural world with patient hands, and to resist any force that threatens its intrinsic beauty. They abhor automation, seeing it as a crude violation of natural processes, a drain on the very hidden time, or computing resources, that anchors their reality. To a purist, the constant loading of chunks and the relentless flow of processed goods from the spawn point are unsustainable drains on the world's finite essence. They advocate for simple, quiet living, focused on organic farming, gentle terraforming, and rewilding damaged areas. I don't know why I always type E for this first. Their key fragments often appear as carved stone, carved wood or polished stone, simple and organic, reflecting their reverence for the earth. They seek not to wield power over the world, but to protect the quiet integrity of its existence, hoping that through preservation, the balance of life may be restored, and the creeping dark of the withered forest might recede. If you'd like to draw a card for the purists, here's the purist card. 5 of Hearts. The Opportunists, forging wealth from chaos. Where the purists see ruin, the opportunists see unparalleled opportunity. Unburdened by moral qualms or historical reverence, they are driven by a relentless pursuit of material wealth and power. For them, the world's instability is merely a new landscape ripe for exploitation. They embrace automation, not as a violation, but as the ultimate tool for efficiency and resource extraction, a means to accelerate the flow of goods and currency. We may need to have some automation going with the automated transmission of melons, Those are machines that automatically harvest melons and transport them across the Minecraft world. There are also abbreviated ATMs, which you can see in some of the concept art on the Discord. Link will be in the description. If you'd like to draw a card for the opportunists, here's their card. It's the Six of Clubs. More on the opportunists in a moment. This is kind of the top of the town here, where I keep all my goods and supplies. It's just a peaceful little area full of iron golems. Their operations, the opportunists, often delve into the very veins of the nether, mirroring the piglin's insatiable hunger for gold. For the opportunists, the nether isn't just a dangerous dimension. It's a vast, untapped... Vast, untapped... Now I'm being attacked. Vault of resources, waiting to be plundered, its chaotic nature perfectly suiting their aggressive ambitions. They are architects of booming black markets, trading in rare materials, enchanted gear, and anything else that can turn a profit, regardless of its origin or its impact on the world. Their key fragments are often metallic or gem-encrusted, reflecting their materialistic desires and their belief that the fragments are tools for direct power. They represent the dark axis in its greedy, exploitive form, their industrial endeavors and aggressive expansion creating constant loud clamor and disruption across space. They believe control over resources equals control over the future. The Mavericks, architects of a new tomorrow. Mavericks stand apart. Straddling the philosophical divide between the purists and opportunists, yet beholden to neither. They are the engineers, the innovators, scientists, and alchemists, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a belief that true salvation lies in understanding and mastering the shattered laws of the universe. They are not content with mere preservation, nor are they motivated solely by greed. Instead, they seek knowledge, new solutions, and the means to bend reality to their will. If you'd like to roll a dice for the Mavericks, I'm gonna roll 4 dice. So we have the card for the purists is the 5 of hearts, and the card for the opportunists is the 6 of clubs. Now I'm gonna roll 4 dice for the Mavericks. We have 2 4s, a 3, and a 6. 2 4s, a 3, and a 6. For the Mavericks... Oh, that's what the Mavericks get. Following the conceptual footsteps of the ancient builders, the Mavericks are obsessed with alternate dimensions and the very fabric of space and time. They believe that the Cataclysm was a failure of understanding, not moral judgment. Their research into time manipulation allows them glimpses of the future, while their mastery of Ender Pearls grants them the ability to violate space boundaries, offering teleportation services in exchange for the very tools of their trade. They are constantly experimenting with new forms of automation, not for raw profit, but for the sake of pushing the boundaries of what is possible. Their key fragments are often complex, multi-material constructions, perhaps combining organic wood with cold metal, symbolizing their blended approach and their belief that by understanding the very echoes of this fractured key, they can not only avert further catastrophe, but also unlock a new, perhaps greater age. This is something that a Maverick would probably do, is gathering melons with a Silk Touch Axe. Maybe that would be purist, I don't know. Why don't you discuss that in the comments? Would this be a purist act, or would this be a Maverick act? I'm still trying to decide. Maybe the Maverick act would be building the automated melon machine, and the purest approach would be just to have the melons for visual pleasure, whereas the opportunist would want to maximize the melon output. Regardless, oh, we can't even trade with this farmer. There's been something going on. This is something that's actually going on in the world. It's not like me making this up for the campaign. The villagers are disappearing, and I don't know where they're going. So that is something that we need to look into. Maybe I can trade some beats to this novice just to raise up his levels. And the reason why I'm going through the choose your faction right after I'm making the video on the prologue is because last night we had an event in the Discord where I also drew some cards for the person who chose the opportunist class. That was Pewpants. So thank you, Pewpants, for participating. That's his name in the Minecraft server. So if you want to be added to this realm, go ahead and join the Discord in the link below, and then I can add you to the realm now that it's open for multiplayer. In this world of Fragmented Echoes, that's the name of the game, the chromatic cartographer, the player, steps into a complex tapestry of ideals and ambitions. Will you align with the silent dedication of the purists, striving to heal the world's natural wounds? Will you join the opportunists, seizing power and wealth in a world of flux? I'm putting the two cards on top. I'm putting the cards back in the deck. That's how I play on the Discord, is now the cards are in the deck. Or will you embrace the radical innovation of the Mavericks, seeking to forge a new path through forbidden knowledge? Can one player truly balance the forces of light and dark, when the very essence of time and space is splintered, and the path to a complete time-space key lies hidden within these competing ideologies? Your choices will determine not just your fate, but perhaps the very fate of this new world. Here is a different deck of cards. I can't find this deck. It's an Ace of Spades. So that's a surprise. When we have surprises, we just have things that come up. So violet, purple, I just drew that, and that's a surprise. So we have a surprise card there, and we have a surprise crayon there. This crayon is barely used, a little bit used. I would say that's hardly used. There's still a good tip on it. Here's another surprise, Robin's Egg Blue. So this crayon has been used quite well. And that is the end of the Choose Your Faction for Fragmented Echoes. If you want to catch a live stream, I'll be on Twitch and YouTube. It's kind of like Homestuck, the comics, or like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I'm trying to get bots for the Discord so that we can have the quests going on Mushroom Quest. I do have 16 main quests, and then there's a quest 0, and then there's quests 1001 through 1008. So if you want to play through the game, the main game is going to be called Fragmented Echoes, and then the post game is going to be called the Chromatic Cartographer. So this is part 1. This is Choose Your Faction between the Purists, the Opportunists, and the Mavericks in Fragmented Echoes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.